I'm Nancy with Ladybug's Flowers and Rustic Decor, and today we are going to be making some little hearts that we're going to put into this little rustic, I don't know what it's called, but I liked it and I got it at Hobby Lobby. What I've done is wrap some of them in fabric. Not all of them, because that's what we're going to be doing, is showing you. And then some in the jute string. And I'm also going to be using this red too, the red and white fabric. What I've done is cut out hearts, and I made it like a blunt end. That way it's not so hard to wrap around the end of it. But anyways, we've got some made up, but we are going to make up more. So I'm going to go ahead and make up my red first. And what I'm going to do is, on the back side of it, is put some glue, hot glue. And just lay my fabric down on it for it to hold. And then you just start wrapping every which way you want to. And I'm going to take it this way and up. And when you get to the end of that piece of fabric, I take another little just dot of glue and lay it down. And then you start off with another piece. And you do the same thing, which I didn't get all my strings off, and I have y'all seen how people have cut it out, and me cutting it out. I'm just going to put a dot there for it to hold. Remove this and this, and then we just wrap it around. And then when you get to the end, you just put some glue and get your other piece. I've cut out, I think, all I'm going to need. Not really for sure, but maybe I have. So you just start wrapping it, going around trying to cover up all that cardboard. And if it happens to end in the front, you glue it in the front part, or what you want to call the front. You just glue it there, but I'll be able to lap this over. And that's the way it's looking so far. My glue. I am going to get another glue gun the next time I go. No expensive one, but I'm going to get one where maybe it won't do all that. I've had it for several years. But anyways, I'm just going to take it to where, put a little glue down to where I've not had no fabric yet, and just start wrapping it that way. But you can start taking it in a different direction. And I guess I need to be showing you better. That way it looks crisscrossy looking. Take us another piece. And I am going to start up here at this top, glue down, get my fabric, glue it down. Let me get this wrapped out from around my arm. And I'm just going to take it a few times up that way. Then I'm going to go through the middle, go over, and then up. Right here where there wasn't any fabric. And glue that down. We're going to need just one more piece. So I probably will have to cut out a few more to make 3 of these. What I'm going to do, I am going to glue it in the front, down here at the bottom, or what I'm calling my front. And I'm going to wrap that around several times, bring it back around up here, and wrap, and then just bring it to my front. Nothing hard about it, very simple. I just thought it was cute for a little rustic decor. And there's another little heart. And then I'm going to take that upward and just put a little dot for it to have that. And then there's our next little fabric heart. You can take whichever side you like the best. I glued the other side more, so we're going to use this side. So I did do some off-white. We're going to go ahead and do us another one of them. Like I said, I just cut out some cardboard hearts, and I just done it how I wanted. Just cut them out. Didn't try to measure them. Didn't try to make them perfect. Did not want them to be all the same. And I didn't separate my fabric here, so I got it all as I was cutting. Just throwed it up there. So I did take my glue and just go down where it would stay. And like this fabric is kind of opening up, some of it curls. It's really according to how little you cut your fabric, how it's really going to lay and do, and according to what kind of fabric it is. Which all mine is cotton, but some of it still wants to ravel up more. And it seemed like this off-white though. I got my other at Hobby Lobby, but this off-white I got at Walmart. And it kind of seems like it wants to, I don't have to use as much of it. I am just going to snip that off because it's like ready where I did pull it. So we're going to glue it there. And I think all we're going to need is one more piece for this one. If it's long enough to wrap where I need it to. I'm going to put a little glue right there. And just lay it down and start wrapping around where I need some fabric. And I think we got it. And right up here where my heart is, I am going to cut that loose. Well, I want it to cover up that top part. Trying not to use another piece because we're not needing much. To finish it out. So it can be a little thinner. Some of them's going to be a little thicker. So where I cut that, I am going to glue that fabric down together. Alright, there's one of our off-white ones. Stick it in there. We're going to go ahead and do another one. Get my fabric here. I might have more of it cut out, but I don't have to use it because I am doing 3 of each. I'm doing 4 of the jute though. So we're putting that hot glue down and just taking it and wrapping it ever how you want to, in any direction that you want to. People that I have seen do the yarn, of course their yarn don't run out like the fabric is, because I only got a yard of each one. When I went and bought, and I need to go back because I am about to run out of some of it. But I just took it that way to start wrapping it. And like this one, even though the heart is bigger, the way I wrapped it, it looks like we're only going to need one more piece, so that only took, it's only going to take 3, maybe. I was going to do my yarn, and my red was like it didn't want to lay down on my hearts the way I wanted to, so I'm going to have to get me some different kind. Glue that. And then I have to glue it again. I'm just going to take it this way. The sun we got to cover up there. And I'm having to glue to keep it in place. And it looks like I am going to have to use one more, but it does make it like a bulkier look, kind of like a gift to me, kind of like a heart that you would get at Valentine. My mother had one. I can't remember exactly what it looked like, But I thought it was so pretty that she used to have in the bedroom that Daddy had got her when we was younger. And she must have thought it was pretty too because it stayed there for years. So we are going to use, and we might not have to use the whole thing. And glue it over here. Start wrapping it around. And I need a piece right up there. Look at me talking, and I'm going to have to use one more because I don't have the whole thing covered. I started talking before, running my mouth before I knew. Alright, so I'm going to glue this on the back side, which it is thin right in there, don't have much material. And I'm going to take it down. Then I am going to take it over here where I see that it's not a lot there neither, and glue it to where it stays. And this is a little thin piece that I cut out, so it's not wanting to spread out as well. But I also need some at the top of this. And we'll just take it back around like that. And I think that'll be fine. Put a little dot there. Lay it down. And I actually think the side that I was using as my back looks better than the other. Glue this down. Move this out of the way. The jute, I like it. I like the way it looks, but it's the hardest to me to get wrapped around. So we're waiting till the last to do that. Glue it down here. Not lap it over without gluing. And just take it and glue it. Kind of want your fabric not to be crisscross, but like I said, it really doesn't matter if it is or not. It's to your likings, not mine. If you're doing it yourself. I am going to glue this on the back side, or what I'm calling the back side for right now, and take it around a few times. Then I'm going to lip it up, and I'm probably going to have to glue for it to stay up there. Where there's no fabric. I'm going to take it back around, and I'm still going to have to use one more piece. Well, I want that to stretch as far as it'll go. glue that piece down. And we are going to take one more piece. Cut some of that string off around it, leaving some of it sticking out. And what I'm going to need to do, or what I am going to do, is glue it right there where I don't see no fabric. And glue it down. And go around and come back this way. Then take it and come back. Just crisscrossing it somewhat. Take a little bit of glue and get that part glued down. And there's our next little heart. Set that in there. I am going to need probably alright. Now we got all our fabric ones done. I do want to do another Jeep one. What I'm going to do is just take that and glue it. Take some off of this where it's not just rolling. And it takes a pretty good bit because it is thinner. It's going to take more than that. I'm just going to wrap it around. That's where I do got that glue. Want it to stay down there at that bottom. Then I'm going to take it and just start going around. And then take some more. To get it to stay in that area. Then I'm going to take it and crisscross over here, making it come in another direction. And glue that. Then I'm just going to take it up there to that top and start coming in that direction. Take me a little glue and glue that down to where that piece will stay. You want to keep it pretty tight. I said where to stay. And what I'm doing is just trying to cover up that whole piece. Then I'm going to take it into a different direction. Just whatever direction that you want to. Because I'm doing the same. Just trying to get that whole heart covered up. Then I am going to glue it again. And take some more this way. Then some down. And go up there around the other part that don't have none. Then I am going to glue. Some people might not have to glue it, but I do. Then to get that other top, I'm just going to take it and go around it. And then take it and go back around this way to get that top. And then just going to cut it and then glue it on the other side. Gluing it down. And there is our little jute rope, string, whatever you want to call it. Last little heart that we are going to put into this. It probably could hold a few more, but that's how it's looking so far. I think it's cute. What I'd like to do is take some buttons and stuff and put it on the front, maybe put a little bow, like I've got this off-white still left, because I can make a few bows in the front. I'll cut this halfway. And we're just going to tie it and make a shoestring bow. You don't want that bottom to be longer because we're not hanging them. You can hang them, but I'm not. I'm just leaving them in that. Cut it off. To cut some off this side. Pull your bow back up. I was jerking that string off. And then what I thought, like on this one, that needs to be glued. Just a little bit. Where I put that glue, I'm just going to glue this down to the side of it, like that, and then take us a button. I think I'm going to use one of these little brown tan. Some of them are darker, lighter. Got different size. Go ahead and get me a few of them out. Just stick it right up there. Right in the middle of your bow. So there's our little jute heart. On this one, bless it don't look as good, but maybe the bow will help. We'll take us another one. Do us another shoestring bow. Just the size you want it. I am setting it on that same side. It's just because that side don't look as good. So we're covering up. And I'm going to take, and I'm going to do a lighter side for this one. Put it right in that middle. And then there's that one. Take one of my red ones. And what I'm going to do is tear me off a piece. No, I'm not. I'm going to use the jute. That way it's a solid color. And just tie a shoestring bow. Then I am going to wrap it around the middle of this one. So I'm going to glue it down to the back side. And take it and just wrap it a couple of times. And cut it off and glue it back down. And I'm going to glue it down where I have wrapped it on the other side. Then I'm going to take my little jute shoestring bow and stick it right in the middle. Of that. We're going to put a button there too. Cut a little bit off of that one. Then I'm going to take one of my black and white ones. Got some polka dotted ones in there too. Try not to. And just stick it right there in that middle. Want it to stay. So press down on it. And then that's the way that one's looking. Just stick that in there. I am going to take one of these. And I do want to use some of my red fabric on it. So I am going to cut out another piece to make my shoestring bow. And I might cut out another piece to wrap around it for the middle. I'll see after I get it cut. Well, if I can. Or we might just use the whole piece. So, I'm just going to take some glue, stick it right there. And just tie my bow out of it. And take my longer piece to loop around, because I didn't get it even. And then I am going to take a piece, some more glue, and glue it right there in the front underneath to where it stays. And then just make our little shoestring bow. And it is kind of going sideways. That's alright. Get that off my fingers. And I am going to put a light color side of this button on it if I can hold on to it. I messed up and put it on the opposite side. So you might need to fix it just a little bit, but it can sit that way. I know I got glue hanging. And we're going to take us some jute to go around this one. Put me some glue down. And wrap it around. Want it to stay where you got it wrapped. Cut it loose. And it ain't exactly right in the middle. That's okay. I'm going to make us another bow with this jute. Put a little glue on that. Center it up. Get me another button out of here. Just and put it on there. Mash it down where it'll stay. And there's our other one. Not wanting none of them to be covered up. I am going to take this red piece and just make a shoestring bow. I'm not tying it around it. I'm going to put it on the edge. Stick it up there at the top. And I am going to use this button that I was going to use on the other one. So get some of that cut off. From around it. Then that would be our next. Kind of want to separate them. Want them all to be seen. And I am going to put bows on all of them. I guess I could use, I done used jute. I don't want to use that red. So I am going to cut me out another piece of my off-white. Glue it down. To the back side. I'm just going to wrap it first. That piece needs to be wrapped in there with it. Come back around and then glue that. Snip it off. Get my stuff out of the way. You're not even seeing half of what I'm doing. And then make another little shoestring bow. For it. Cut your other side and your other if you have to. And we're going to set that right in the middle. I'm just going to kind of stick that one right there. Bring them up where you can see them. This one I have to be replaced. Somewhere where you can see it. So we're not going to wrap no more through the middle and use the dark brown side of our button. And there we are. I'll display them better to where you can see them and what they look like. Some's going to have to be replaced to where it ain't so much of the color blending in together. But we got enough of all of them to where you're going to be able to see. So, I think they turned out really cute and rustic looking. And that's what I was going for. So, I hope everyone has enjoyed the video. And always remember, you are enough. And have a blessed day. Thank you. And happy Sunday.